Dry your eyes and put away those eulogies because many of your favorite characters are coming back for Avengers 4. Sure, Marvel pulled out all the stops for the grand finale of Infinity War, but if you think that half the universe is staying dead, you haven't been paying attention. The entire MCU will be upended in the next film, and time and space will likely be warped in order for our heroes to face off against Thanos. Of the many characters that Thanos snapped out of existence, here are 10 heroes that we here at ScreenRant expect to see in Avengers 4. And while you're here, click on that subscribe button to join our notification squad. And it'll keep you up to date on all the other characters comic book movies are resurrecting nowadays. Loki. When Thanos took Loki out at the beginning of Infinity War, it ended the roller coaster ride of feelings that Tom Hiddleston's performance brought to the MCU. Whether you loved him, hated him, or loved to hate him, Loki was a master class in table-turning supervillainy. And since he added so much to the adventure of the Avengers, it was sad to see him go. But there are so many time-bending ways the Avengers could use him in a rematch against Thanos, and so we'll likely see more of the God of Mischief, especially if we go back in time to the first Avengers battle in New York City. Also, the news just broke that Tom Hiddleston will star in his own spin-off series, all but confirming his return. SpiderMan. We all got stung with shock as Spider-Man's spider sensed his coming demise, saying, "Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good." Then he followed it up with the improvised delivery of, "I don't want to go. Please, I don't want to go." Look, it was a palpable and heartbreaking death. But the guy just joined the MCU 2 movies ago. Did you think he'd go away forever? Not only are there 2 sequels to Spider-Man Homecoming in the works, but Holland was also seen in Atlanta when the Marvel team was reshooting parts of Avengers 4. Expect more great power and great responsibility from Tom Holland in the future. Gamora. Gamora was given one of the most dramatic demises in MCU history when Thanos tossed her off a cliff. The gut punch of her death hit extra hard, since it wasn't during the mass extinction event that occurred after Thanos' snap. Isolated as one of Thanos' attempts to gain another Infinity Stone, Gamora's essence is trapped inside the Soul Stone. So it can be assumed that if the Soul Stone breaks, Gamora will be able to return to our universe. However she comes back, an Instagram photo of Zoe Saldana in Gamora makeup confirms that she'll return for Avengers 4. And hopefully not just for some flashbacks. Falcon. There are many possibilities for the future of Captain America, and Falcon is one of them. Although Sam Wilson met his end after Thanos' thumb met Thanos' middle finger, Falcon is expected to return in Avengers 4. He was there in Atlanta while the film was shooting, and he's one of the characters rumored to take on the Captain America mantle if Chris Evans does indeed leave the series. Since Evans' contract is up, it's expected Avengers 4 will be Steve Rogers' swan song. Without Rogers as captain, the MCU will need to revive Falcon, as he's one of our best hopes to pick up where Steve Rogers left off. Bucky Barnes. Sebastian Stan has confirmed he'll return for Avengers 4, and perhaps Bucky Barnes could take Steve Rogers' place. Bucky and Steve go way back, and Bucky even ended up taking Steve Rogers' place in some of the comics. While it's still up in the air as to who could take over the role of Captain America, both Bucky and Falcon are viable options. With that in mind, the White Wolf is still working through some of his own personal issues, but that seems to mirror America's own divided nature as of late, and it would make a big contrast to Steve Rogers' run as the hero. Nick Fury. Although we're getting a decent dose of Fury in Captain Marvel with both eyes, it's been far too long since he last appeared in the MCU, before that minor appearance in the Infinity War post-credits scene. Thankfully, Jackson's confirmed to be back for Avengers 4. It's been theorized that Doctor Strange traveled backward in time to inform Fury of the one successful way to beat Thanos. Since that moment, Fury has been pulling the strings in each major MCU event since the start, to make sure that Strange's one possible happy ending could happen. We'll see how it all falls out in Avengers 4. Hope Van Dyne. Although we saw a seemingly definitive ending for the Wasp in the Ant-Man and the Wasp post-credits scene, we haven't seen the last of her, especially since she only just now got her name into the title of a Marvel flick. Evangeline Lilly's confirmed she'll return for Avengers 4, and although her appearance is likely brief, she'll probably share screen time with Captain Marvel. She hinted as much when she said she got to know Brie Larson pretty well, or as much as you can on a film. She also revealed Captain Marvel is the first in a line of female-led MCU films, with Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, and much more expected. Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne. Sebastian Stan let slip that Michael Douglas and Michelle Pfeiffer were involved in a giant scene featuring many of Marvel's past and present heroes. So it's pretty much confirmed that both Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne will make an appearance in Avengers 4. Hank Pym is a pioneer of the tech that allows users to enter and manipulate the quantum realm. As this has been one of the methods theorized to bridge the gap between our reality and the reality of the Soul Stone, it's likely that Hank Pym will be essential to defeating Thanos. He and Janet will probably be revived in a similar way to Thanos' other victims. Vision. The future of AI seems so scary nowadays. If only all artificial intelligence could seem as helpful as Vision. You know, the less creepy and fully clothed version of the Watchmen's Dr. Manhattan. While Vision was destroyed by Thanos in Infinity War, and before he even managed to snap half the universe away, if the Avengers are able to steal back the Mind Stone, Vision could somehow be brought back to the team. Plus, Scarlet Witch is due to come back for a series on Disney's streaming service. And if Scarlet Witch returns, she'll likely stop at nothing to bring back her beloved Vision. Come on, it'll be like the movie Her, but with a happier ending. The other Guardians of the Galaxy. The Guardians function so well as a unit, so we're considering them as one big old character. But the big question remains, after they're revived, will they all survive the final battle? With Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in the works, it's likely that most of the team will survive Avengers 4. But how bad will the wounds get in the coming battle? We'll have to wait and see. Just know that Chris Pratt likely shot footage with Shuri. Tom Clementieff appeared in scenes with Scarlet Witch, and Dave Bautista confirmed his involvement in the next Avengers film. It's looking like we might have a fully crewed spaceship in our future. So those are the 10 soon-to-be resurrected Marvel heroes on our list. Do you have any others you're dying to see revived? Let us know in the comment section below, and stay up to date with all the other snap-happy moments in the Marvel Cinematic Universe by watching more ScreenRant videos on this channel. We'll be here as long as Marvel keeps churning out insane, universe-shattering moments like the Infinity War. So stay tuned. See you soon.